Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So I feel like we know a lot of folks, but we don't know everybody. We're new, but there are people newer than us. And so we talked about what to cover tonight and decided that it might be a great time because it's the beginning of the year and everybody's kind of getting geared up in business and fitness and everything to talk about what we have done to make our big list, as we call it. And we didn't make that up. Shalene makes that up. And I watched her in a Periscope a while back, and she talked about she and her husband every morning, they get up together, they pray together, they drink coffee and touch base about the day, and then they make what they call the big list. And it's a list that evolves. It doesn't all get done that day, and it takes place over time, so that they just keep adding things and checking things off and adding and adjusting, and they rewrite it every day. And because they're in business together, that works well for them, keeping things on the same page. And we kind of felt like doing the big list every single day is kind of a tall order when you both have full-time jobs outside Beachbody and your family and everything else, but a big list is still a great idea and really important. And so we've kind of put ours together just based on the last few months of what we've learned. We've only been coaching about 3 months, and but we've really wanted to throw ourselves into it. And so these are the things that we've just noticed as we've kind of stuck our toes into the business just a little bit, and then we got more into it and more enthusiastic. And this is kind of the pattern that works well for us. And so we just wanted to share it, since we know we've got new coaches on board, and it can feel at first like everything's coming at you from every direction, and you're trying to train, but you're trying to invite, and you're trying to grow your business, but you're still trying to work out, and you're trying to drink your shake, and day to day you can lose those pieces. And so this has really helped us. So I'm just going to take you through it, and then if people want to talk, that's great, and we'll discuss. So we both kind of have tried to live by the idea. I have notes, that's why I'm looking over here. We've both tried to live by this idea, and it started for me when I started Beachbody months and months ago, that I really needed to put myself first and be selfish and just put it out there. I'm putting myself first. And I use this as an example, and I still like it, that when you're on an airplane and they're giving you pre-flight instructions, and the flight attendant says, in the event of a cabin pressure change, the oxygen mask will drop from the ceiling. Put your oxygen mask on yourself before you try to help anybody else. And when I first started coaching back in the fall, I went through a few weeks of realizing that I wasn't doing that anymore, that my workout was just going to get done when it got done because I had training to do, and I was wanting to invite people. I was so excited, and I lost days. I lost a lot of workout days, or I would do them at like 9 o'clock at night, which is not good for my schedule at all. It's not good for either of us because we get up really early. And so we just decided that we were going to be 4:30 a.m. people. We're going to get up even though we're tired. And I am the grouchiest woman in America at 4:30 a.m. Y'all might think you're grouchy. I have got every one of you beat. I am the meanest white woman in the world at 4:30 a.m. That's what I will tell you. And we set up the coffee the night before for that reason, so that I don't commit homicide at 4:30. So coffee first, and then we work out. And we love PiYo. We've both fallen in love with it, but we also like our Beachbody On Demand. And we try to do that and tell our challenge group that we're doing it, because they forget they have it. And it's good to try new things and put ourselves out there. So we do that first thing. Get our workout out of the way. One of us makes the shake, the giant blender of shake. And if you've followed us, you've seen Mike in the morning, who is not the grouchiest person in the world. In fact, he's one of those people that's like happy in the morning. I don't know how he does that, but anyway, we get the shake and the big mug of coffee because he's about to commute for an hour, and then he does something crazy in front of our front door, and I take a picture of him, and that is so spontaneous. We have not planned that, but our friends way outside Beachbody have really enjoyed watching us be silly in the morning. And if I could say one thing that I feel like has been great for us getting started, is that we've used humor a lot. And we've tried to be fun and just make it look like we are really enjoying ourselves, even though we're working hard and there are days that it sucks and neither one of us wants to do it. But we feel like if we look like we're having fun, and we are, then others will want to have fun with us. So we do that first thing. And so that, I'm just going to show y'all my list. It won't look great on screen, but this is I keep a little book with me everywhere I go. I have a big mom purse, and I always have a little book in it, and then I've got my phone and my tablet and my big list at work. I mean, I've got lists everywhere, but this little book I come back to again and again, and it's got things that never change in it. And one of those things is that early morning workout and shake and our first post of the day. And so we live in Katy. Our friends work in oil and gas. Some work in medical like Mike, and everybody commutes first thing in the morning. And so we feel like if we don't get that post out by 6 o'clock, 6:30, we've missed, like, we get the people that are sitting in their car in traffic, not moving, looking at Facebook on their phones. And if we don't do it in that time frame, we've missed those people for the morning. So that's one reason we do it so early. We get all that taken care of, and then Mike gets in the car and heads to work. I start getting dressed and getting our girls dressed and ready for school, and then that's when we both work on our personal development. So we feel like we've already checked off a bunch of big things by 7 a.m., workout, shake, first post of the day on Facebook, and then we're off and running, getting ready for the day, and personal development. So we both love to listen to our personal development because we can multitask. So he listens in the car, and Mike will download books through the Kindle store. What else do you like?
That's pretty much
Audible.
Like
he does Audible. You can go on the Beachbody website and they have things too, but he likes to listen in the car while he's driving. And I get in the shower, I get out of the shower, and while I'm putting on my makeup and stuff, I have a Bluetooth speaker on my bathroom counter, and I listen on my phone. And I kind of pick a personality of the week that I like. The last couple weeks I've listened to Fit and Funky a lot. I like her in the morning because she's so high energy and she's a lot of fun. She doesn't have a ton of videos though. She has a few, but not a huge library in YouTube. But I find that's a super convenient way for me to listen, get myself ready at the same time. Some days I get to listen to 20 minutes. Some days it's 7 because the baby wakes up, and then the day, then you got to get on with the day. But I feel like it's better to do some than not at all. And then I'll listen more later. So we get our personal development done. And one of the things that Fit and Funky, who's Danielle Natoni, if you don't know her yet, she's up in Dallas. She's awesome. And one of the things she really emphasizes is that in your social media, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you like. I like Facebook better. Mike likes Instagram, or he's better at Instagram than I am. So we kind of split it. But she's big on allowing yourself about a 30-minute window after that first post to go in and respond to people who have responded to you. And she feels like that is one of the big secrets to her success, is to make it a conversation. She always puts a call to action in. Sometimes people respond, sometimes they don't. But if they like her posts, if they ask questions, if they make comments, she tries to allow that first 30 minutes to respond to them. And she said when she first started, she felt like she was doing it in a vacuum. But as she's become so famous, people are so flattered that she gets on and pays them attention for their responses. So somewhere in that morning, we try to do the same thing, get on our phones and respond to people as well. And that's a critical part of it. So that gets us to about 9 in the morning. So we've already gotten a lot packed in there, but we feel like those are our critical hours of our day. And somewhere in there too, we feel like after we focus on ourselves, the next thing we need to focus on is our challenge group that we have going at the time. And we both kind of agreed that for us and our business, we feel committed to doing that as the next priority because those people have invested in us. And so we have to invest in them. So I get on that morning and I do just like a greeting sometimes and say, hey, everybody, have a great day. Thinking about you today. Holler if you get in trouble or you need motivation. If you need accountability for your workout, tell us what time you're going to work out and we'll buzz you and make sure you did it. Or I love those Facebook stickers. I know I'm a cheesehead, but y'all, I was a teacher before, so I love sticker charts and stuff. I like motivation, you know. And so when people put their workout on, I send them a little sticker real quick. It takes no time, but it gets the morale up. This last Monday, too, in my challenge group, because I have a lot of people that are just brand new to everything, I did a what I ate today, a whole day of what I ate, and I put the time on it, and I took a picture of what I was eating, and I told them if I liked it or not, because we tried some new recipes in the meal plan this week, and I said, I like this one, but I wish I would have not used as many tomatoes. It made it too watery, and that got a discussion going. We had a great coffee discussion the other day in which I revealed again that I'm a mean, evil person without my coffee, and I have a lot of thoughts about coffee, but it was great because it got us talking. I forget to post my Swellfie in my group. That's a thing that's hard for me to remember, so I've moved that up to the top of my list so I don't forget. But they need to see you know, doing that too. And in my group is a place that, like, to the world, I might be like, Hyo Drenches, awesome. But to my group, I might go, oh my God, I'm going to die now. Like, and just be honest and say, it killed me, but I made it and I feel great. Because I think that encourages people to, it's hard, but you can still do it. So we've gotten all of that done in the morning time. And then the next thing I kind of have in my little book here is that because we both work outside the home full time, from 9 to 5, we can check in to Facebook. We can answer questions if somebody messages us on Facebook or text or whatever. We can do that, but we are really kind of unavailable during the day. We just are. We both get busy at work. We both have bosses that are right there, and I just can't be on Facebook all day long. So I try to check in during the day. I think you do that as well when we have a break. But we're a great example of the kind of people that struggle to eat because it's just one, you know, we go in with a to-do list, our bosses find us, and the to-do list is out the door, and we are doing whatever they want us to do that day. So that can make it a challenge, and we just try to be honest with our challengers about it and say, like, they'll get on and say, oh, I planned it out, but then I got busy and I missed my lunch. And we just try to say, hey, us too, it happens. But get back on track. Don't go to Whataburger for dinner. Like, you can do it. Get back on track. The day's not lost, and you're going to be okay. Another thing that I try to send out during the day are my invitations, because I feel like it can take people hours to see it. And so on my phone, I have a little, I have the memo section in my phone. I'm sure you all do too. And I keep like 3 different invites in that memo. Because if I can do it on my phone, it's going to get done. If I can't do it on my phone, it's going to get put at the bottom of the list because I just live on my phone. But I have like 3 different invites, and I have like a general one. Hey, thanks for liking my post. I have a challenge group coming up. I'd love to include you. And then I have one for, I have a lot of friends on Facebook that are my, you know, like Vita girls. We grew up together in the sticks, you know, and I have a, like, hey, we grew up together invitation. Like, I've got a bunch of friends that I grew up with that are in Beachbody with me now, and I want you to join us. And some other things like that. And then I take every one when I send it out and personalize it to that person that I'm talking to. And they don't always join, and that's okay. But I feel like taking that extra step is so important to make it like, I care about you and I want us to do this together if you're ready. But I don't ever send anything out just as it is on my phone. I just find that it saves me a lot of time. If I've got it written in there, then I'm not starting from scratch. So somewhere in the day, I send out my invites, and then I just wait for them to come back. And I feel like that's the hardest part of doing this business, or it is for me, because I feel like there are days that I send out 10 invites and I hear back from 2 people. And I just get my chin up and I just keep trying, you know, just keep the door open. And that's really a longer conversation for another time. But I just try to be, you know, it's a job. It's got to be diligent about it and do it every day. Mike also said during the day is a great time in his job. It's not as much in mine, but if you miss your personal development, but you have a part of your job that's a mindless task where you're just, assembling or going through the motions, it's a great time to stick your earbuds in and listen to a podcast for 10 minutes, or listen to the national wake up call if you missed it, or our team call if you missed it. If you can just listen on your phone, he does that a lot, and it's a great way to fit that in as well. So that takes us to the evening, and Mike is really the better leader for us in the evening, because I am kind of comatose lady in the evening. I mean, I'm doing it, but he's better at it. But he's a really good cook, and he loves to cook. So he often does, like, our second or third post of the day will be a healthy recipe pick. And we have had a lot of luck starting discussions with people in this way. We'll post a recipe, from our challenge group, or just something we have wanted to try, and we try to take the prettiest picture of it that we can and post it, like the whole dish made, maybe, and then one next to it, like where we've made it pretty in a bowl with like toppings on it and the utensil. And I got some new Pioneer Woman dishes for Christmas, and they look, I know, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. And so we love to show those off. People have asked us, where did you get those dishes? And that gets the conversation going. But we like to put those two things up. And at the end, I'll say something, or he will, like, if you want to know how we do blah, 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 comment below and we'll tell you. So, like, recently I made the peanut butter bars out of the Fix8 cookbook, and I wrote, I have a tip for getting sticky stuff out of a measuring cup. If you want to know my tip, comment below and I'll tell you. And I had like 3 people say, I want to know. And so I went in and said, oh, I spray it with cooking spray, and that lets the peanut butter just plop right on out. And then another lady came on and said, oh, I do this. I think she heats it in the microwave for a minute or something. So that got a discussion going. Those people may never buy anything from us. They may never be our challengers, but I think they'll remember that healthy eating is a priority to us, and we like to talk about it. And a conversation is always better than just putting it out there and you don't know if anybody's ever going to see it. And then after that, after kind of a healthy recipe, probably our last post of the day, and this one doesn't get done every day, but we try to just do what I think of as a family life post. And so if we do something active as a family, we put a picture. If we're jumping on the trampoline or we take a walk or whatever, we do that. I think that it's been meaningful to me to hear Danielle and Natoni talk about your brand. And it's hard for me to think of myself like that. That doesn't sound like a word that should go with me. But I think if you're on social media, you have one. I mean, you can't avoid it, right? You have to. And so I have been interested, though, when I started, like, I just scrolled back through our Facebook to see the kinds of things people comment on, because she says, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And that was very powerful for me to hear. And so when I went back through our posts and started noticing what I would think people consider our brand to be, it's things like we have antlers in our living room, like on the walls, and people comment because we pose our heads so that the antlers look like they're sticking out. He loves to do that to me, and people think that's funny, like we're there with the antlers on our heads. We have big dogs. We're silly. We're goofy, people comment on things like that. And so that's been really helpful, so that as we post, we know the kinds of things that people are starting to look for when they look for us. And I think that makes it fun for everybody. Say it again.
Or your videos.
Yeah. Oh, and videos. That's right. So it took me 3.5 months to post a fitness video of myself doing any workout. I was horrified at the idea that I would do that, like put myself out there. And then at Christmas, I just thought, you're being a wimp. You need to do it. Just do it. So I did. And I don't own cute workout clothes. That's our next agenda, because I look like a homeless person when I work out. But I don't care. That's okay. And so I just started showing myself doing workouts that were hard for me on days when I'm able to accomplish something that I've never been able to do before. And I have been amazed at how sweet people are about it and how many responses I've gotten. And I felt like I was the biggest, like, goober in the world for doing it, and I can't say enough good things about it. So a picture of yourself looking sweaty and gross is fine. Like, if that's all you got, do it. Throw it out there. But if you can put a picture of yourself sweating and trying and doing things, even if you feel like a spaz doing it, I feel like the best responses we've gotten have been people going, oh my gosh, you guys are so inspiring. Or like I did one day where I had a picture of this awesome yoga girl with an amazing body. She had tattoos, you know, and I look like not that. In my mind, I'm like a badass, but in real life, I look like I'm having a stroke or something. It's bad. And but I was like, what I think I look like and what I actually look like. And it was bad. But my friends got on there and said, to us, that is what you look like. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice, even though we all know it's not true. It's not true, y'all. I look bad. But I have been so pleasantly surprised by that. And I can't endorse it enough. I can't say enough that it's really true. If you will open yourself up, people are going to be so much nicer to you than you think. It's hard to do it, but you can do it. I've done it, and you might think, oh, I haven't lost all my weight yet. I don't look like I want to look. People don't care because they see you working, and they think, that looks like fun. I could try that, or if she can do it, I can do it. That sort of thing. Anything else?
So just quick recap. Put yourself first.
Yeah. So quick recap. Yeah. Put yourself first. Don't be shy about doing it. It's okay to be selfish. You'll be glad when you, I've been saying this too a lot lately, and it feels weird to say it, but I think it's important too, because I haven't said anything about Shakeology. So in the last 3 months, I've now been around 3 groups of people. One is my office mates, one is my family, and one are just, friends at church who have all been seriously sick with bad, nasty colds, respiratory junk, all that stuff. And I have dodged it all. And I used to be a person who caught every cold. And so I've started to say on my Facebook page, there's another cold I dodged, and I know it's that shake. I mean, I know it is. And what I pay in that shake every month has saved me at the doctor and over-the-counter medicine. I'm like an evangelist about that shake. I mean, I just believe it because it's so nice not to be sick all the time. So I want to say that too. But recap it. Put yourself first. Be selfish. You need to, for yourself, for your family, for your business. Do your personal development. Get your personal development in there, and don't forget your challenge group. You're bringing them along with you. It can be hard to remember it all, but put yourself and then your challenge group, and then the wider world. So your circle is here and here and here, and getting bigger like that. And keep that big master list. I can't say enough good things about it because you just can't remember all these things every day. Not if you're working and taking care of kids, and we all are so busy. But that list, come back to it, and you'll go, oh yeah, I forgot that part, and then just boop, 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 put it up on Facebook. You'll be set to go. But people's got anything else?
Nope.
I think that's probably all we have.
That's a great call, guys. Thanks. Something that I really like and that I would like everybody to think about is what you were talking about, the branding. Think about Caleb. Everybody know Caleb? My fave. When he does videos, he does the same thing every time. He goes, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Caleb from epiceveryrep.com, right? So it's his video, and he has a brand. Start thinking about that for yourself. What sets you apart? Like, you've got Nike, the swoosh, you know that it's Nike. You know a Starbucks ad whenever you see it. You don't even have to see Starbucks. You could just see the green apron. So like, what about you can you brand? What sets you apart? Like Kate, she's not on the call right now, but she has started posting videos of herself, and like several different ones, which I do too, but like people are going to remember her for those videos because she does them all the time. So what's going to set you apart? The other thing is, if you are uncomfortable doing videos, you need to get comfortable doing videos. Do whatever you need to do to get comfortable. Like if you have to sit there and read something off the paper, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Think about a pastor in church. When a pastor reads his sermon, you check out immediately. So you have to practice like you're talking to a friend. Just being yourself. Don't worry about what anybody's going to say. I mean, it's you with a camera. I mean, it doesn't matter. So just, just be yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, because when you do that, that's when you come across as uncomfortable or, so practice making videos, because that is where people get to see your personality. And until you are comfortable making videos, find a different way to communicate, because there's nothing more awkward than watching somebody that's uncomfortable making a video. So, but practice, like, I don't know, get a success partner and just like pick a topic that you're going to talk about and like send it to your success partner. And maybe they could give you tips on how to make it better. There are several of us in this group who are actors. It is our job to make lines on a paper seem like they're not lines on a paper. So if you need help, you can reach out to several of us who, that's our job. That's what we're supposed to do. But videos get your personality out there. They're also... like when you post them on Facebook, they automatically play. And so people they want to look at them. So it's just something to think about, something to practice. With social media, you want to keep up with what everybody is doing. And so, it's just like practicing your invite. You need to practice things like videos and your posts and stuff like that. So, and you'll get better each time you do it. You'll get better. But anyway, great job, guys. It was very, I love that you post at the same time every morning. That's something that, especially when I'm in rehearsal, I'm really bad at, in which case you should probably take the picture the night before and post it in the morning anyway. Mm-hmm. Like if I work out in the afternoon, I should probably save it and post it in the morning. But if you're consistent with your post time, if you're consistent with what you're posting at each time, people look forward to it.
They do, and I would add this too, that I have had days where, for whatever reason, we missed our morning, and I had to fit it in somewhere during the day, and I wait and save it until after 5 p.m. because nobody sees it in my world at 1 p.m. Yeah. They just don't. It's dramatic, the difference in numbers. And so it may not look like that moment of that day like it just happened. I don't think anybody cares. I think they're just not even going to see it if you don't do it at the right.
Yeah, you have to know who your audience is. You have to know who your audience is, because if your audience is a 9-to-5 working person, they're not seeing it unless it's before their commute or after their commute.
Right.
Like with actors, it's like, I mean, I have people talking
all day
long. So, it's, and like
5 minutes and I'll have 9+ posts. And then that's when I'll post, because I know most of my friends are on.
That's smart. He just said, like, when you look at your Facebook, your newsfeed button at the top of Facebook, if there's not a number there, don't post anything nobody's on. Don't, wait.
What does that mean? Show me what you're talking about.
Here,
where is that?
Yeah, hold on. I need to see this. So
you can hold it up. So, if you can see it, it's not showing up. It might take it a second. But see this button right here at the top left? That's your newsfeed button. It should show you how many posts, how many new posts are on, or how many people. It's
since you last looked,
right? Since you last looked. And so if you have a little number 9 right there, or more even, on that newsfeed thing on your phone, then that lets you know that it's active and people are on. But if there's no number there, wait, because nobody
have a number.
Probably because you've checked it recently.
You've probably checked it in the last little bit.
It's every 2 seconds.
Every 2 seconds. I know. When I can, I do. But at work, if my phone is sitting on my desk and my boss walks in, I cannot have Facebook up. We are very low tech over at St. Paul's Kids.
Oh, I see what you're saying, but I don't have
a little bit.
I saw her number, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good thing to look for, is to see, when your Facebook's that. So sometimes I'll save mine because our phones will be on notification, and Mike will say our Facebook is blowing up, and I'm like, okay, good. Then now I'll post my picture. But I try to wait, because otherwise you've gone to all that effort. Nobody sees it.
You're right. Okay.
I don't see it.
Well,
Look at the cutie pie. Ooh.
Like, Allie, hold up your thing again.
Hold it up. Where is it? What?
Oh, well, now it doesn't do it. Now it doesn't have it.
Let me see if mine does, because I haven't checked mine since I've been talking.
Is it on the
hold on, it'll.
Okay, let me try this. So, sorry, I'm blinding you. It should settle down in a second. So if you look up at the top, you see all your little gray icons at the top? Yeah. So it looks, on your phone, you don't?
This is mine. You're going to see my friend's post, but.
Huh.
Maybe you go back.
Try to go back and see what it does. Does it take you all the way out of the app?
I'll ask somebody here.
So like right now, if you look at mine, maybe if it'll clear up, you can see it if you look at mine right now. Do you see my world, my globe right there? And it has a 6 over it. So like sometimes you'll check that and it'll have no number there at all, or your news feed over here will have no number at all. And if it does, yours at the bottom. Okay, great. If it does, then nobody is in your world right now. But like right now, a whole bunch of my people have been on in the last 30 minutes or whatever. So this would be a good time for me if I wanted to post something to post it, because people are on right now. And like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, nobody in my world is doing anything. So I just don't even waste my time.
Okay.
I'm going to have to watch that all day long.
Yeah, until you know it's there, right? Like now you'll start to see it, and then you start to notice another thing that Danielle said that I've just started working on this. I haven't finished it yet, but she said, to make your like page rather than your personal page, because it can give you stats about how many people are on, when they're on. I'm just starting to work on that, but
yeah, that's a good point. If you have been doing this business for a few months, you need to make a like page, because it takes forever to build it up. Yeah. I have had it for a year and I have under 600 people, and you can't really do any, you can boost posts and stuff, but nobody really pays attention to you until you have over 1,000 people following you. Mm-hmm. And so it has taken me forever to get 600 people following me. So there's a good, I believe that it's posted in the file section of Team Dramatic Action. There's a good call by Miguel Carrasco or something like that about how to set up a like page. And all of what a like page does and how you can boost posts and everything like that. And everyone should watch that. And I will check to make sure it is there. And if you don't get an answer about that in the next couple of days, somebody say, "Hey, Christy, where's the Miguel post?"
Okay.
So, but it was a great call. It's it's on instant whatever. So you have to download Puffin or whatever, or you can watch it on your computer. But it was a very good call. He showed you how to set up the pictures on your like page and everything. So if you have not done that yet, you should be doing it, because it takes so long to build it up. And eventually you want to be able to just post out of your like page and have everybody see it, because then you don't have to, then you can just share some stuff on your regular page every once in a while. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's all we got. Thank you, everybody, for getting on. And thank you, Julia and Mike, for doing the team call.
It's fun.
Everybody have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.